Welcome back. Well, if you're looking for a bait that's environmentally friendly, one that's easy to work with, one that stays on the hook, and one that works, look no further for the solution. I'm here with Jeff, and Jeff, you have the perfect answer. This is an amazing bait. I can't wait to really get out and try this because this is a bait like none other that I've ever seen. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, it's just we just started in the environmental side of bait and trying to find a better solution than soft plastic. And we really have just developed this material to be a replacement, a good natural replacement. It's made of pure bait. There's nothing like it in the marketplace. There's no bait alternatives. We use soft plastic, we use hard lures, but there's just nothing that's made out of pure anchovy or krill or salmon egg juice. And so it's just a tremendous invention for us.
Well, you've actually taken the pure foods that you just mentioned that fish like, and you've made it into a polymer that's going to stay together. But yet, it's not like the tons of plastic lures that we have out there sitting inside fish or at the bottom of the ocean. This will actually biodegrade and actually be a supplemental food to the fish or birds who might pick it up.
Absolutely. It is a pure nitrogen protein, so we don't have any issues with PVAs, polyvinyls, plastics, phthalates, these nasty, nasty chemicals that are, same thing found in tires and everything else that is polluting our waterways, at the tune of 24 million pounds a year. It's just a mess, and we don't want that. We talk about conservation and that we are true proponents of conservation, and this is just a great solution to that. And not only that, it works. It really is the future of fishing for us. So.
Well, that's as environmentally friendly as it gets. So that one we can check off. Right. Now we want to move on to the fact, does it work? And what I really like about it is I'm going to get multiple casts out of this. I don't have to bring it back in, resend it, and send it back out. This is going to be on the end attracting fish for a long time.
Yeah, it's made from pure scent. I mean, it's a pure oil, so the material is pure oil. We don't use, it's not scented plastic, it's pure material. So we take an anchovy and we put it through a very, kind of a scientific process, and it's not impregnated, it's pure anchovy. So what you're getting is, when you're throwing it, you're throwing a pure anchovy that has a much, much greater scent capacity than an actual anchovy, about 600 to 800 times more. So it is a tremendous concentrated material, and you just get results. Our reorder rate and our success rate from folks is overwhelming. It's over 96%, and you don't just get that if the material works okay.
Well, I have to believe that's true because, fish are a lot smarter than what we give them credit for. If they latch onto a plug and they don't like it, they'll spit it out right away. I have to believe their first bite of this says, I got to do it again.
We hear that from everybody. What they always say, we get it, they say, we notice they don't spit it. And if I'm lazy or I'm a half part of the day where it's after lunch, the fish swallow it, they take it, and they do. They're not prone to spit it out. They take it immediately. They swallow it. They get deeper hook sets. We hear that all the time. Those are most of the basic things we hear that people say, I just can't believe, and they hit it hard. They're not, or some of your salmon and trout are a little bit more finicky, or steelhead. They say they just hit it hard. They take it just, and guides love it because where they're fishing children or people that just don't fish much, it makes a great hook set for them, and they just get a great, a much, much better catch rate, and so it's been highly effective.
It's like feeding a starving man a steak. He's going to dive right in, and once they feel that this is flavor all the way through, the same is true for them.
Well, it's not only that. It's the fact, too, that, when a fisherman leaves the lake, he goes home with his family, he's enjoying his catch. Think about the ducks and the other wildlife that come in and feed off the bottom. I mean, a plastic lure cannot be digested. And our stuff, that duck is going to pull it up off the bottom if it happens to be on the bottom. If the fisherman didn't catch something or, it dissolved out, it's going to get fat and it's going to feel full. It's still a food to them as well. There's no poisons. It's completely organic and compostable. That's an all-natural material. So it helps everything. It doesn't, there's no pollutant process or part of our material that continues to go out through the ecosystem. And another fact of that is that, say the duck doesn't eat it and it just sits there and degrades. Well, it's a protein nitrogen strand. So it'll sit there and it'll replenish and enrich the water system. So it's a win-win all the way around, and it's just a great material. And you can tell by feeling it, it feels just like your soft plastic. It just isn't. It's just much better.
Now, how many different types of foods are we talking about?
About 22. We use the Procure line of oils. We use their raw material that we get from there. They have a tremendous lineup of, flavors. They've settled all that years ago on what was the best. Phil Perrone he's the best. He's been a great help and inspiration to us, helping us with their technology. And we take that and we really kind of put their stuff on steroids and make it that much better. It just works. So we have just a great product line that's already sold throughout the U.S. With their scent of oils. So.
Well, I have to believe this is going to stay on the hook a lot longer as well. Don't have to worry about it falling off or dissolving off right away. And that's certainly going to make me happy because I can recast with it many times. No
question. The sand shrimp, for example, in the Pacific Northwest, for example, where they use a lot of sand shrimp for back-bouncing salmon, the beauty of it is that ours stays there for a long time. It's just giving out about 1,000 times more scent than a sand shrimp. Well, if you've ever back-bounced sand shrimp, it might go through some weeds or a little bit of this and that, and it gets tore off really quick, or they're very fragile, so the compound of the sand shrimp just get washed out. Well, our sand shrimp will stay there as long as you're back bounced, and even after people catch a salmon or they've hooked it and fought it, they can normally reuse it. It's on the line, it doesn't tear off, but it's dissolving at a slow rate with just a pure, solid sand shrimp smell. So they get to fish it a lot longer. They're not constantly rebaiting. And for guides or people like me that fish their children, they can't they can't thread a sand shrimp, so it's not something anyone can do. I mean, guides do it very quickly because it's a very, it's a very highly processed process. So they're able to do it in a matter of seconds. You and me, it's a couple minutes. So you don't want to do that. You want to be on the water fishing. You don't want to take your time away from rigging up, and that's the beauty of it more than anything. And the color, the UV color. Sand shrimp don't have UV in them, so we have something that has UV in it, and maybe a little glitter or a different color than sand shrimp. But not only that, we can make our sand shrimp the shape of the sand shrimp with salmon egg juice, or krill, or a different flavor other than sand shrimp. So a fisherman might say, well, listen, I've got this nice big cluster of eggs, sand shrimp eggs or our eggs. We want to add krill to that. They can mix and match if they don't want to use sand shrimp, or if they want a big blast of krill in the water, they can use a sand shrimp made from krill and a cluster of eggs made from pure krill. So there's just a tremendous benefit of being able to interchange and interact with the different baits and materials.
Well, I tell you what, Jeff, we have a bait that is going to be recastable many, many times. Yeah. Certainly environmentally friendly. Most important, it really works. Yes. And with that said, right now, I know you have to have the attention. All of our anglers out there, what's the best way for them to learn more about all your products?
They can go to beastbait.com or greatamericanfishingcompany.com. It all directs right to us. They can call us. The information is right there. They can order it online. A lot of the online sales that we have flavors that they won't find in the stores, so they're able to get their custom flavors only through the internet or on our site, and it's just great. And we're always updating it and always giving out free material, and our marketing department is great. They have good shirts and different giveaways, and so they're always getting something that's really neat that fishermen and outdoorsmen can really use. So they can get the different flavors on the internet, or they can get what they see in the stores on the internet. It comes right to them, and we ship out within a day or so, and it's just quick and convenient and comes right to your house.
And I have to mention, too, you have a killer logo. Everybody's going to want that on a shirt or something, so maybe for future use, you can put that in mind.
We get that a lot.
Jeff, thank you so much for being on.
You bet. Thank you.